This is the LWO on the Weather Conference Net. This briefing will take place in the WRCC using CCTV channels 9 through 13. Beginning with channel 9, we have our latest enhanced infrared satellite loop with launch trajectory highlighted in green. That does show some real thin cirrus just above us, and can't really see it, but in the darker color, the marine layer stratus firmly in place along the central coast, and we expect that to continue throughout the launch, neither of which are constraints for concern tonight. Looking at channel 10, in the upper left-hand corner is our composite reflectivity from the radar. That gives us an idea that we have high pressure in place, just some ground clutter in the area, no significant echoes. Looking at channel 11, we have our 5-hour history of wind speeds out at Tower 102 at Slick 2. That does show the winds have tapered off from 15 knots down to single digits and have become variable. Looking at channel 12, this is a 5-hour history of wind direction, and as I said, we were northwesterly up until about 2 hours ago, and we switched around to the northeast and has since become somewhat variable, and we expect that to continue through T0. Looking at channel 13, currently we have no weather warnings, watches, or advisories issued or in effect at this time. Our wind speeds from the first two balloons from RS1 and L1 have decreased to about 30 knots at 41,000 feet for our maximum, so it is very light and expected to continue at T0. Wind shear, a couple of shear layers right off the surface at about 2,000 to 3,000 feet. We did see a shear layer. Again, it is decreasing as we go through the balloon runs, and we expect that trend to continue. For our launch forecast, we're calling for 8/8 coverage of the stratus, 100 feet to 1,100 feet, 7/8 coverage for cirrus above that, and it's very thin cirrus, visibility of 1/2 mile with fog, temperatures in low 50s, and our winds from the northeast at 4 to 8 knots. For range safety weather constraints, currently we are green for all safety constraints, forecasting green at T0 through T plus 2 hours. We're currently green for launch agency weather constraints, forecasting green at T0 through T plus 2 hours. Our overall probability of violation is 0%. Should we go into a 24-hour scrub, the forecast calls for continued stratus conditions, bases at 500 feet, tops at 1,500 feet, and then cirrus above that, 4/8 coverage, 23 to 28,000 feet, 3 miles visibility with fog, temperatures in the low 50s again, and winds from the north 10 to 15 knots. Probability of violation for a 24-hour scrub would be 0%. That concludes the weather briefing. Are there any questions?